Good evening and welcome to the FIBA Women's EuroBasket here in Slovenia. It's game day 3. Turkey are taking on Slovakia. And this group has just become interesting, folks, because of a win by Hungary earlier over Serbia. Before, had Serbia won, Slovakia would have had to win today by more than 11 to continue, but now all they need to do is win. And in the win, they will be moving on in this year's EuroBasket. So it's complicated, that's for sure. Well, those are the Group D results from today. Earlier today, Hungary with a big win over Serbia, 81-75. And up next, we have Turkey taking on Slovakia. So look at that. Hungary will for sure finish first in the pool. Serbia will be second. Who's going to finish third? We will find out soon, as Turkey and Slovakia are going against each other now. And so a lot of mathematics involved if you wanted to go and look at it. But as far as I know and have been told, Slovakia just needs to win, and then Turkey will not be moving on. And I'm sure that is something that the Slovakian fans, players, coaches, federation would love to see. You know, they're going to have some big performances. They have no one scoring in double digits. They've had a hard time scoring. They only average 59.5 points a game. They take care of the ball, but they haven't been shooting a great percentage, and for me, it's a three-point percentage that is sticking out. Only 16.9% from three-point range. They're going to have some people step up and do better because they shoot almost 33s a game. Maybe tonight will be the night. Everyone knows what's on the line. A win for Slovakia, they're moving on. A win for Turkey, Turkey's moving on. Who is going to be the team who I think wants it more and can execute? Well, Turkey, I'm not sure if you guys watched, but if you did, they were a block party for them. And that's how they came up with the win against Hungary, that slight one-point win. It was pretty incredible, and it was a McCowan block at the end of the game, and it was also the inspiration for Turkey. And for me, it was the leader, the captain in Olcay Çakar Turgut, number 4. She played through pain. It looks like she's going to play today, but she really gave it her all and her will, and her teammates followed her, especially in that fourth quarter to come up with a big win over Hungary on game day 2. Well, we're going to take a quick pause for the playings of the national anthems.
And now, to honor our guest today, the national anthem of Slovakia, Slovensko.
a lot on the line, as it's all pleasantries for now. But in just about 3.5 minutes, it will be not so much handshakes as hip checks, I'm sure. And like always, there is a third team on the floor as well, and it is those three right there who are calling tonight's game. The referees are Martin Kozlovskis from Latvia, Martin Budic from Croatia, and Ofer Madim from Israel. So they have the responsibility of calling what could be an important game for both these teams, because guess what? The team that wins now moves on because of that big win over Hungary. And there's the starting lineup for Slovakia. Well, not too much of a change there. Nope, that's what they've been going with. So Yakitsova, Liankova, she's been inspirational, I would say, at times. Maybe they need their captain, Brzezinski, to step up a little bit more. Shona alongside Mark Clark. Who do you think needs to have... They score less than 60 points a game. Someone needs to get into the double digits. No one's on the double digits on this team.
Well, if you look at all their preparation games, they are a team that shoots the ball. In their preparation games, they just made more shots across the roster. And yeah, there are some leading players that are going to have to step up for Coach Shirai, but like, it's not just Jakubkova, but I do think what you said about, how is Brzezinski going to lead this team is the most important thing. They have to try to get better looks. Turkish guards are quick, but I don't think we're talking about Serbia here in terms of defense.
Well, how about that, Mark? Guess who I don't see starting? Çakar Turgut.
Yeah.
And she, mentioned it when we came on. She literally willed her team through pain and injuries and got them that big win over Hungary. And she was warming up, and obviously that woman right there, big game against Hungary for them. Double-double, 14 and 15. But for me, it was the block at the end of the game that secured the win and, put them in this position. But what's interesting is, Ekrem Memnon obviously happy after the game on game day 2, but today, now with that Hungary win over Serbia today, everything. Before I would have said a win by more than 11 for Slovakia will be difficult, but now it doesn't matter.
No, just straight. Whoever wins goes through. And you know what, Slovakia, you don't become a bad shooter overnight. And therefore, in one of the games in this women's EuroBasket, they're going to shoot well. Well, they haven't shot well in 2. This is the one. And this is a real, absolutely zero to lose. If they go out and score 50-odd again, they have no chance. So get out there, get open looks. I would seriously ask them, stretch the floor. McCowan is not going to get her feet out the keyway. Who's she going to guard? Because that player is going to have the opportunity to shoot the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if they just left her and just switched around her. But stretch her and you're going to get an open look.
Well, Turkey, they've won all 4 games against Slovakia when they have played them in the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. We know that Slovakia are big, especially when Jakubkova goes out. How are they going to guard McCowan?
Well, I think we saw when Hungary in game 1 and Serbia, it was take away the space, try and make her play quick, don't let it double team, even triple team in the case of Hungary. Make her kick the ball out, but then you've got to work hard after that. Don't just accept that she's gone out. And the other thing is, don't let her catch it deep. Bump that cut, front that cut, and make her work for it, because we've seen how frustrated she gets if the referees don't give her any help. So, and sometimes for big players, they hate that small player sitting under their elbow. And they've just got to put their body on it, because they can't compete on a strength-to-strength one-on-one. So I'm sure they have walked through something, and they've had an extra day to do so. So they'll come up with something.
Good evening and welcome to the FIBA Women's EuroBasket here in Slovenia. Turkey taking on Slovakia in the night game, as it's been an exciting day of basketball. Turkey aggressively off the dribble, not able to finish. And now Slovakia pushing the tempo as they want to get on the board quickly as well. I talked about it. Brzezinski, I'd love to see her go off. I'd love to see her have a good game. But over to Bukanova. she gets it to Jakubtsova, and you said pull her out, right? She's not going to get out and defend you.
And there's two things there. One, you've got to make that shot, but also if she does start challenging it like she did, go past her and finish that play, draw contact, but don't just settle, but really be aggressive. I'm just surprised again. Why don't they just throw it into McGowan the first couple of times down and see what happens?
Yeah. Well, nice hustle by the captain. Brzezinski, it's going to be a jump ball, so ball to Slovakia. Good heads-up play there.
You know, the other thing, Shona, I think that Slovakia have to stay in the game and hang around. Otherwise, they'll just, they won't accept it, but they're just, it's the inevitability that they'll think. They've got to be in the game at halftime. I just can't see them coming back.
Yeah, me neither. Well, let's see. Just thought about it. No, reversed it. Pelyankova. Her two-point jump shot is good. She's another player who could step up and have a big game for them. But in my opinion, someone needs to score in double figures for them to win.
And she's had a good tournament in a difficult circumstance. Her percentages aren't bad, and she wants to take responsibility.
Aklan, nice little crossover, uses the backboard, no good though. And now, again, nice speed, and I agree with the speed. I think Slovakia needs to play with speed. Brzezinski thought she was fouled, but it doesn't matter because her shot goes in, so good job attacking in the semi-transition there as they are up 4-0. McGowan hasn't touched the ball inside the key yet.
And she really hasn't got it's the first time a feet are inside the three-point line.
Onar getting the start for Turkey in replace of Chikar Turgut. And nice little drive there. So she gets Turkey on the board. Pelyankova, she's hit one from there. That's tough. Nowhere to go, no one to pass to. Somehow they don't turn it over though. Lots of time. Nova, penetration, kick. Pelyankova, make that 5 points for her.
You're gonna like that. The hustle to get the offensive rebound and the control to penetrate and kick. I hate this. People help them from the ball side. You know, it just leaves the shooter wide open.
Onar using a screen. He has to run a set to get the ball. There you go. Well, you and I put our hands up saying, why'd you kick it out? And I think she's got to be more aggressive.
Well, they didn't even double team that time.
Brzezinski, jump shot off the mark. Thought she was fouled, but refs say no, it was all good. And now Aklan fouls aggressively. I think Brzezinski was mad about the no call on the other end and make sure that the referees call that one. Well, there's Pelyankova's three-point shot.
I think if there you see Onar's penetration, but I think if you got to look at it, to be fair, she probably did get hit by McGowan on the way up. Not hard, but.
You know, jump shooters, even if you just touch their hands slightly, it really does affect their shot, right?
Absolutely right.
Onar, screen up top, crossover, penetrates, nice right hand finish. And a good job there by Onar coming out aggressively for Turkey as she has all of Turkey's points. Brzezinski. Jakubtsova reverses it with Nova. Turns the corner, Pelyankova. She got 5 already. That's a tough shot. That's good defense though. And no good, so ball back to Turkey with a chance to tie it. Or cut into this lead. And I'm still shocked that McGowan hasn't even had a look yet.
It's almost as though like the deal here is they're just using McGowan as almost a decoy.
Screener?
You know, screener and like, oh, they're not gonna step off you so we can penetrate. Well, okay, fine. That can be part of the balanced scoring, but McGowan hasn't. She's touched it once on the inside where she just kicked it straight back out.
Well, Uzun's shot was off the mark. Yeah. I'm just surprised, you know, first play of the game, coach didn't write up something to get the ball inside to her. Jakubtsova is going to be called for a foul. No, sorry.
Got hit.
She got hit on that three-point shot attempt.
And this is good for her to get to the free throw line because we know if you look at the numbers that she has across the season.
Yeah, you saw there why they called it, because Jakubsova jumped straight up, and she landed actually on the foot of the defender who was closing out on her. And that's a big, big point of emphasis. You know, referees are told now you have to protect shooters. They have to be able to land safely and comfortably. And so, you know, you get your foot underneath. I think that foul's going to go against Bayram.
Yep.
And I agree, you've seen some nasty ankle injuries
it's
because
the worst
defenders
thing.
going underneath the
if
shooter.
you don't know you're going to land clean, it's the worst thing. Then it starts affecting your shot. Then you start looking down. And taking the other point, Jakubkova is a good shooter. Week in, week out, he's a good shooter. Gets to the free throw line early, knocks down the 3 free throws. Give her another look quickly, starting to get her into rhythm.
Well, is on there, penetrating, and gets fouled. So she's going to go to the free throw line for Turkey. And again, it's been 4 minutes, and we haven't seen a play run for McCowan.
I really don't understand why, even if it's take it to a side and clear a side and post her up, see, give her the ball, see what she, see what she wants, even if you don't want to run anything for her. Because the other thing, Sean, is like, it's not as if, and maybe we're being a bit harsh on her, but she's not exactly someone who doesn't want to share it either. You know, if she feels the double team, she kicks it.
Yep. Sometimes even when she doesn't have the double team,
sometimes she overkicks it.
Yeah, absolutely. So 6-10, Slovakia ball. Back to Pelyankova. And nice little extra pass, but that was short, and they're not able to save it. So ball is going to go back to Turkey.
I don't know. It's at the end of the day, everybody has to step up, but surely you're going to be looking to get the basketball in the hands of Pelyankova early and run stuff to get them, because that was nice action. They just ended up with the wrong person taking the shot too early.
Penetration, that's a tough layup. Oh, that was pretty good defense from my angle. Thought she was straight up.
Yep, and looked clean on the ball. But
we were over here.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a tough call. I mean, if you're going to call it, fine, but you got to call the same stuff both ends of the court.
Yeah, there was a little knock on the elbow all the way up, but like not really. The coach is taking Jakubkova out. I hope he finds, get her back in quickly. I just think that she needs to find some rhythm. She is one of those shooters that once she makes 1 or 2, she's good for the night. She's never got herself going in any game.
Well, she's up there by the coaches, so they're clearly talking to her, and I don't think she's going to be on the bench for too long. And that's going to go, I believe, off the leg. Of Stashova. So nice hands there defensively by Turkey as they're going to get the ball back. Good job. Well, Fitik checking into the game for Turkey. Onar gets it. She's going to use a screen by McCowan. She's penetrated right a couple times tonight. Nice extra pass to Fitik. And her three-point shot off the mark, but that's going to be a rebounding foul go against Morachikova.
I mean, she did everything she possibly could. She tried to box out, but then she just walked her away. It was just too much. She's got to box her out a little bit further and hope her teammate comes in and takes the rebound. She was trying, but just let her get too deep.
Onar, quick shot off the inbounds, off the front of the iron. Slovakia come up with the ball. They're going to run and push the tempo now. Sova defended pretty well. She gets the ball back, though. And they're trying to go inside. Nice little roll and rise, and that three-point shot by Morachikova is good. So nice little action and speed there from Slovakia.
Because Down's not playing any defense against the pick, not playing any defense to actually get out to the shooter. So use that player, and the hustle gets them the turnover.
Well, Slovakia, they haven't led often in this tournament, but they're leading right now with 4.5 minutes here in the first quarter as we see that nice little roll and rise. And McCowan wanted the guard to switch and take the rise.
If they're not going to give the ball to McGowan on offense, she's going to hurt them down the defensive end.
Well, she got out and contested that three-point shot. Now she's running. You got to reward your big men who run, men, women. Well, not much you can do, so foul. It's a smart foul.
Yep, as long as they share those, they're good.
And she's going to go to the free throw line as Slovakia have already committed 5 team fouls. And she goes 2-2 from the free throw line. So her first shots of the game as well.
Exactly. The assist from the referee on the call, because
Peliankova, quick on-ball screen. She's left open at that free throw line. That was a good shot for her, though.
and that's the shots they've got to make, because there's always that space to penetrate into.
Tough take. She was trying to draw the foul a little bit too much, and Onar tried to foul, but they didn't call it. You got to be careful with that kind of a foul too, because they're going to say it wasn't a play on the ball. Though we haven't seen much of that.
No.
Though I think that kind of foul is happening less because they did call it so much for a while. Oh, what an offensive tip! How about that? But Morichikova just not able to score.
Great effort to keep it alive, and it's they're going to have not a perfect game, but a very, very, very good game in terms of shooting percentages. And they can't miss opportunities such as that.
And now they go inside, but it's going to be an offensive foul going against Turkey.
Got to feel for her on this. You got to feel for her.
It was a good flop.
It was a very good. I mean, because she didn't on the slow mo. It looks worse than it is.
It looks worse, but yeah.
She just did what big players are taught to do: hold your space, go get the ball.
It's also just the movement of your arm when you're releasing, right?
She didn't clear out. Wow.
Well, I mentioned it. Some players are going to have to step up. And Morichikova, I said it could have been Peliankova as well, and they both have tonight. They need players to score in double digits, and right now they are well on their way finding that. McCowan, finally they go inside, and an easy 2-point layup for her. Vitek, aggressive defense. Is actually going to go off Slovakia, though, so good job there defensively to get the ball back for her team, and it's going to be white ball.
Jakubkova finally comes back, 2:25 to go, and again, just run her in the action. Run her in the action. If you don't get any help, you've got your own 5 to go, and again, just run her in the action. Run her in the action. If you don't get any help, you've got your own. If Gowan is sitting there in the keyway, you can just find her on the perimeter.
Vitek. And that hit back iron. That's not a bad shot. I like the speed, the momentum. Just was not able to go in. Now, Jakubkova. I think she can almost catch it a little bit closer to the three-point line. Make McCowan defend her a little bit more. Little rescreen action there, and Brzezinski's shot is good.
They should have just spent the whole of yesterday's practice and shoot around, just shooting it off that little dribble, because there's going to be a hole there the whole game.
And wide open to the basket, no help side, as Uzun gets to the basket, and 2 more points for Turkey. Slovakia still up with a little lead, 1:30 here to go in the first quarter.
Little 2-3 zone.
And tough 3-point shot off the screen. Not sure that was the best shot for them. And now it's a 2-on-1, or make that a 1-on-0. And good job by Turkey getting out and running and putting, you know, making Slovakia pay for some maybe ill-advised shots.
Yeah. You've got to be accountable for what you do in this sort of game. Yeah, you can anyone can get a shot. Early in the clock, you need your better shooters to get it.
Brzezinski gives it up. And McCowan fighting for the rebound. And it's going to be Slovakia ball, though.
Yep.
Not sure why McCowan's mad at this play. I thought both of them went up. And that's the shot you're talking about, right? They're going to have that all night long.
That's a drill. That's a drill. There's no defense. It's a drill. I can't believe they've given up. That's third or fourth wide open layup.
And shooters don't miss twice is Mishjanova. So good job there by Slovakia. Onar wants a screen. She's going to get a screen. And tough jump shot, well defended. And another offensive foul. And that's, saw the referee thinking about it. Yeah, McCowan just got a warning as she was frustrated and threw the ball after.
That's the second foul. She's going to sit.
It's her second offensive foul, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she has her two fouls, but they've both been offensive. So she's going to go out. But you know what? I don't know why. Give her a little bit of a break. She's played 10 consecutive minutes. Well, okay, 9 and a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
15 seconds left to play here in the first. Onar, tough defense, got two hands on the dribbler though. And yeah, you knew they were getting ready to call that. It was a little bit too aggressive, but why not? I think it's a pretty good foul by Onar because her team had a foul to give. Yep. So 4.9 seconds, it's gonna be Slovakia ball on the sideline.
Well, I know it's only 4.9 seconds, but we might see Turkey go with this smaller lineup. But then again, you gotta worry because is Slovakia better in that smaller lineup? You know, they lose their advantage of having size. Got to put it up. Got to put it up.
They got to put it up. That was well defended. So good job there by Turkey on that last possession. And we see Slovakia leading by 6, 21-15 over Turkey after the first quarter.
Right, still only 33 and 44 for Slovakia, but that's still a lot better than 20. I'm a little concerned if I'm looking at Ivana Jakubkova at the end there, 4.5 seconds, and she never looked to take the responsibility to put the shot up. She gave it up to a player in a very bad situation as opposed to trying to create for herself. And even when McCowan was standing on the foul line, she never looked to be aggressive with the basketball. But this is the even bigger worry for me, that Turkey is just getting to the basket far too easily against a team that is quick enough and should be smart enough to actually take away that drive lane. The big plus is the fact that Slovakia have come out and shot the ball well. They're right in the game now. And I think we both said that we don't really think they're going to come back in the game. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't seen it yet, and they haven't led much, but they led in this tournament in their 2 previous games. And this is the first time they're leading, and you saw Turkey kind of make runs, but they were always ready, came down, hit a big shot. So they have to be happy being up as we see a couple of substitutions now.
Well, Turgut's in the game. And
what do you think about that?
I still don't think she's healthy.
Me neither. Well, she has her entire leg taped. Download your Courtside 1891 app now and follow this tournament along with every other basketball game going around the world. Well, second quarter action underway. Slovakia up 6. Turkey with the ball. Fitic. Back to Uzon. And almost tried the wraparound pass, but just not there. So that's going to be a turnover against Turkey as Jakub Sova gets the ball down low. And you don't see her post up often, but nice realization, nice speed, no hesitation, went one-on-one and was able to score.
Well, she's definitely got the quickness in there, and there's no McGowan. She's not going to get out physical, so really, really pleased to see her do that.
Yeah, it definitely has the fitness against Urel Topez for sure, as we have a 2 on, nope. Well, it's 5 on 5, a little bit of miscommunication, as no one has everyone. And Jakub Sova still has not found her shot, because she is a very good shooter.
She is a really good shooter.
Fittek goes all the way, dumps it inside, and not able to score, but there's going to be a foul on the dribble. So it's going to stay.
You know when shooters start to second guess themselves in terms of what they're thinking, well, there's no way she should have come into the game.
Yeah, we just saw the captain, Olcay Çakır check in and played a minute and checked out, and she is limping away. Looks like she might actually be going all the way to the locker room. It's kind of sad to see.
Yeah.
How hard and, you know, the desire, everything she gives to play for this team. She, you know, I'm sure Coach asked and she said, "No, Coach, I want to try," which, you know, I think the staff has to also realize that she's going to do whatever she can.
Yeah.
Well, 3-point shot by Fittek is off. And another turnover, and nice head man, easy 2 points is Fittek. So 17 to 23 now.
They've got to realize, you know, be aware of space. Every white shirt was in the keyway then, and she still went there, and she has good shooters spotted up.
Little zone here, and that was well read by Fittek. And no foul, even though she fell, but she was able to get the basket, as no surprise, we have a quick timeout here by Coach Yuri Suya.
And that's really frustrating for Slovakia. They're in a great situation after the first quarter, and they passing the ball across the zone, always going to be stolen. Penetrating into traffic always gives you a problem, and that's all they've done. It's not as if Turkey's defense has been exceptional. They've just run the defense in a particular way. They're going to win this game by making jump shots and getting to the basket on closeouts. That's it. That's it. And if they want to try and win it another way, it's just not going to happen. And the other thing is, you can't give up fouls. You're going to make fouls enough when you outsize like that. You can't just foul on poor closeouts. Don't make Turkey earn it. They haven't made Turkey earn that little run at the start of this quarter.
Well, Jakar Turgut, she is kind of at the end of the bench. Looks like she keeps coming back and then keeps walking away. I think right now it's more disappointment and frustration that she's probably trying to calm her emotions about, as she's going to come back out. I don't think we'll see her play again, which is disappointing for Turkish fans, disappointing for us, because I love watching her play. But of course she's going to come and cheer on her teammates though. And Slovakia now break the press, put up a quick 3-point shot, are able to pull down the offensive rebound. Brzezinski. Oh, nice little step through, a little bit too hard off the glass. But offensive rebound, no good as well. So a couple chances there for Slovakia, and just not able to convert. Uzun, 2-point shot, fight for the rebound. It's tipped out and in control of Slovakia, as it's to Niva, excuse me.
Jackie Kova's just got to go and attack the ring in that situation. The help's not there, the defense isn't set. She can't be giving it up.
Well, you go under on ball screens, you give up threes, and a great job offensive rebounding is Miss Geneva. Miss Nova, excuse me. And tough basket for Erdogan, getting some minutes here for Turkey.
Well, Turkey look like they're going to settle in this zone now. I'm not sure.
We've seen actually today on game day 3, and Brzezinski's three-point shot is off as well. I think they could have spent a little bit more time, moved the ball a little bit more than that three-point shot. And good job there by the big woman running the floor, and her teammates rewarding her is Earl Topuz. So now Turkey come out strong here in the second quarter. So what I was going to say, Mark, is that this game day 3, at least here, I don't know what's going on in groups A and B, we've seen a lot of players injured or sitting out and missing games because of, you know, little injuries. You did the Hungary-Serbia game. A couple players didn't play in that one. A couple very important players, I should say, didn't play in that. The last game that we just did was France, and we saw Eliana Rupert go down, and she was on her way to the hospital at halftime. Pelyankova gives it up. Stashova. Need a little bit more movement here, even on this matchup zone, I think. Oh, that's a tough shot, little hang time. No good. And I think it was a new shot clock because they said Turkey had possession. And they go inside, screen and roll. Great job and hustle by that woman, getting a little bit of Earl Topez getting some playing time with McCowan on the bench. And obviously, you know, again, injuries. We saw Shanarik, who was going to be a big part of this Turkish team. She got injured in the first couple minutes of the game day 1, correct? Yep.
And she is a big part. They really do with her and McGowan, the 4 spot. She stretches it. She shoots over 40% from the three-point line in prep. Slovakia at the moment are just hurting themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
shot selection.
And also, and the players deciding that they're going to shoot it as well. It's not a democracy where everyone gets to choose.
Well, quick shot by Turkey, and they got to get back, and they do. So they're sitting kind of in this matchup zone. And they leave the shooter open in the corner, but not if you're going to hit the back of the top of the backboard, excuse me, was Dodashova.
Well, Pelyankova's been back in the game now for the whole of the second quarter at the end of the first, and having started the game, she hasn't had a look.
Yeah, Pelyankova and obviously Morachikova, because they're the two had 5 points and 6 points respectively in the first quarter, and they haven't even got a good shot up.
And as we both, you know, as everyone can see, it's not because Turkey's decided to guard them. It's they're offering everybody a shot, and everyone believes that they're going to take it.
Well, we know that they like to shoot threes because they shoot almost 30 attempts a game. And they haven't been shooting well. They had a decent first quarter, and now that three-point shooting statistic must have gone down in the first 5 minutes of this quarter as they go inside to McCowan. She's not able to finish.
Well, at least she got a touch. I mean, she should have finished.
Well, who said that woman needs to be involved a little bit more? Pelyankova, as she gives it up, and strong take is going to be rewarded with 2 free throws is Nikola Dodashova.
You know, if they're still going to run that matchup zone, there is absolutely no reason to go past, to screen the outsides of the top of that zone. Don't go to the ball person guarding the ball because you're going to screen that and they'll just come into the other person who's at the top of the zone. Screen the outside of the zone and try and get the back of that zone moving. And then you're going to be in a much better position, both shot-wise and rebound-wise. Well, that snaps the drought, though, so at least they've ticked it over.
Yeah, you said it. That was a pretty long drought. We saw some long droughts today.
Oh,
Great
God,
Britain
yes.
not scoring for 8 minutes in the
over
third
8
quarter.
minutes.
Yeah. And substitution there as we see Yıldızhan go out. Well, no Şenerik and no Shakar Turgut for Turkey. That can't be easy. You know, they know if they win today, they're going to move on. They're going to have that qualification game.
Which will be against Germany, won't it? Germany are, you know, getting better every game. It's going to be a tough one, so they're going to miss those players if they progress.
Yep. It looks like Great Britain are going to have to play Serbia. And Uzun, great little shot, jump shot there. And now Turkey again. We've been seeing a lot of zone in this tournament. More, I mean, I know every team now apparently is going to play zone against France, but in general, even other games, we're seeing, I think, a lot more zone than we've used to in the past, as Pelyankova finally got a shot, and it's no good.
And no one's surprised, are you? Against France, everyone's just going to zone because it looks like it's effective. Finally, they've found a way to get McGowan the basketball. That's 3 touches she's had. She's scored, she's missed, and been fouled. So, very productive return from her touching the basketball.
Yeah, you said it. We were a little shocked that they didn't go into her a little bit earlier, especially in the first quarter, as Coach Yuri Suja wants to talk about it.
Well, unfortunately for Slovakia, they're into their team percentages from the shooting from the field, 2 from 17 in this quarter for 4 points. I just think the wrong people get to shoot the ball, especially early in the clock. And as much as that people might go, oh, they're open, there's a reason that some people are open early and others aren't. And if you're Turkey, you're happy if these people take the shot. They might make some, but they're not going to make as many as Pelyankova and Jakubskova or Jasinski. Just got to work a little harder to get your best people the ball early in the clock in particular.
Your first option has to be your best players, your best scorers, and then once that is taken away, you go, to the others, and that's okay. That's normal. So let's see if Slovakia can make a couple little adjustments out of the timeout.
Well, Turkey is showing the 2-2-1 trap. Whether they run it hard or soft, it's pretty soft at the moment.
Zone, not a lot of movement. They're going to have to put up a shot, and they do, but it's good. I'm not quite sure that's what they drew up. Dodashova with a big 3-point shot, big contested 3-point shot. As that pass is well over the reach of McCowan, but the intention was there at least, knowing that they need to get her involved, they need to get her more touches. She only has 6 points.
She was almost triple team while the ball was in the air. Just got to read it, have shooters in the wing, get them stretched, then go into.
Skip pass, corner. Yakimova says finally as she cheers her three-point shot going in. And that was a nice read by Brzezinski, seeing that, you know, the help side from her defender went on that roll and kicking it to her. Uzun. And again, skip pass, nice little fake is Aram as she goes aggressively. I like that she didn't, you know, settle for that shot and instead attacked the closeout very, very strongly. Peliankova, nice little action movement, continuing to play off of off-ball screens and reading her defense, curling there for a little two-point shot. As now Turkey wants to talk about it. So 3-point lead, 1 minute and 44 seconds remaining until halftime.
Abi 77 sola vurup geri. Sola vurup atıyor diyor. Press break. Sen iyi misin? Akıllı ol, saçmalama. Çembere bakın. Press break, sen sol. Siz ikiniz alın, sen orta sahada you clear out. Watch zone, horse into one, speed, believe yourself. Inside, outside. First or best, find out. If no pass cut, look inside. Every girl, look inside again. All the time.
Coach can't really get too concerned if they make a couple of shots against that zone. They've made the last couple. All right, if he wants to talk about it, that's fine. But overall, he's massively in credit in this zone.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you're playing zone and you're giving, when you play zone, you give up shots, especially if it's a good zone offense or a good zone attack. And they haven't shot a great percentage this quarter, especially from three, so I don't think there's any reason really to freak out right now.
Not at all.
Look at this, Slovakia doing a good job and coming up with a steal after the full court pressure. There's a jump ball, and ball is for Slovakia, so good job there out of the timeout. Isn't that the most frustrating thing as a coach?
Yep. Absolutely is, and now, you know, that's almost, they don't remember what you said now either. It's not as if you can say, I'll just carry on running that same thing, because they're just worried and disappointed about the turnover.
Yeah, miscommunication, really. You kind of stay behind on the trap, right? You need that pass back, but either way, Slovakia now. And they get it up to Peliankova, who goes one-on-one. Nice little pull-up, little elevation there. Because Akalan, she's not really much shorter. She might be even taller than her, so good job, nice aggressiveness. And you said it, you got to get certain people involved, and they have to be the first priority. And that's what I think we've seen here with Slovakia these last few possessions. Onar had that nice little start. Now they go inside. McCowan turns, shoots, not able to score as Slovakia come up with the rebound.
This last minute is crucial. Slovakia could build a little lead here going into the halftime. That was a long time in the game, but after the poor start to the second quarter, they're going to be in a very positive frame of mind. Wow.
And another pull-up for Slovakia, as I think Coach Ekrem Mendham wants to talk about it. He can't be too happy. There's 46.9 seconds. His team has given up a couple of easy baskets and a costly turnover, really.
Yeah, since he's gone back to the man, or he's chased it a little harder, Peliankova, and then Judasova, little pull-ups, because there's always space behind the person with the ball. And you know when you were, as a player, you know that if you're being guarded man-to-man, it gives you something to play against. Yeah. Against the zone, it sometimes can mess with your rhythm. And as soon as he's gone back to this little man, showed a bit of pressure, they've made shots again. Now, 7-point lead with 47 seconds to go.
You go for a 2-for-1?
Yeah, it's an interesting dilemma for him as a coach to say, right, I'm going to push and go 2-for-1. Because at the moment, does he want to push? Because at the moment, Slovakia, the team with the momentum,
We're benefiting from the faster-paced game.
Spend a bit of time with it, make sure McGowan gets it, or unless you want to go to her early on the inside. But to be fair, they've gone to her and she's missed.
True.
You know, so, and Slovakia have started to do what everyone else has done and send at least one, if not two people to help while the ball's on the fly of the ball. When the ball's in the air on the pass, they're trying to crowd a space. The worst scenario in the world would be another turnover against the press.
Especially after a timeout.
Yeah, again, it'd be like deja vu.
I'm going to guess that they would have talked about it in the timeout too.
You would hope
watch
so.
out for the press. As it seems, they're calling over all of the
Wow.
what do we call that? Ball girls who also are
Floor wipers.
Floor wipers.
I always feel a bit sorry for him at this point. You know, there's nothing stopping the cameraman taking some shots of him. It's their 20 seconds of fame.
Who's the guy in the Africas? What country is it?
Is he from the? I think he's from the Ivory Coast.
You
became.
You know who I'm talking about?
Because
Yes.
I did the game, and he became the
Yes.
star of the commercial.
Yes, he was the star of any dead ball situation.
Absolutely.
Well, they get it in, and they haven't turned it over yet as they get it over easily. Onar gives it up to Uzun. And dropping back into a 1-2-2. Defense is Slovakia. Got to get out and defend the corners, though. And Onar, penetration baseline. She gets it back. Thought about it. She's going to have to do something, though. She drives, chucks up a shot, and it's going to be considered a 24-second shot clock violation. So not the best offense out of the timeout. And it's going to be a turnover. So McCowan going out, I believe, because she has the 2 fouls. And you're not going to want to take a risk with 22.9 seconds remaining as we see Yıldızhan.
Slovakia have to take the last shot. They got to use the whole of this to take the last shot. They could go in 10 up, making the 3.
Well, they're going to take their time, obviously. And Turkey can be aggressive. They only have 1 foul. And tough shot. And she is fouled, though, on the shot is Dodashova. So she's going to go to the free throw line.
That's a poor foul, isn't it? She's off balance. She's putting it up because of the end of the shot clock. You just got to retain control of your body in that situation as a defender. Make a tough one.
And that first free throw rattles in. Gives her 7 points already in this game. Make it 8. Now they're gonna have to throw up a shot. It's not gonna count because it was after the buzzer. Well, shaky start to that second quarter, but a good finish by Slovakia sees them up again. Turkey are trailing Slovakia 31-40 after 20 minutes of play. So, free throw shooting, not bad by either team. You know, Slovakia is such a streaky shooting team. They'll hit 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 or 5 from 3, and then they'll go 0 for 6.
You know, and you can understand them shooting 42% from 2 because they're going over bigger people, but they're shooting nearly 38% from the 3 when they've been averaging around 17%. They've scored 40 points in a half. Sometimes they've struggled to get to 50 in a game. You know, so they're in a really good position. And don't forget, because of the results, the way the results they win. They're in the playoff game.
Yeah.
Turkey are going home.
They need to win by 1. That's it.
That's it.
And same with Turkey. They need to win by 1, and they will be going on. I mentioned it right before the game. I said people need to step up and score. You know, this Slovakia team, there's not a single player averaging double digits. And absolutely, people have stepped up. We have Dudasova with 8 points. Jakubcova with 8 points, and Peliankova 9. So people are coming out and they're scoring today. What about Turkey? What does Turkey need to maybe do a little bit differently in the second?
They have some answers, don't they? Because the zone was really effective. It just took, they didn't really execute very well against Slovakia at all. And it took them out of their rhythm. And they made a couple of shots and coach pulled the trigger and just took it off straight away. And they were really struggling. But once he went back to the man, there's just no help. They've got to keep the ball off the middle. And if they're going to play McGowan like zone on the pick and roll, then that's fine. But you've got to chase hard and not allow the pull-up, the wide open pull-up that becomes just a drill shot. The zone, even though I hated it because it wasn't the best zone in the world at all, it wasn't very active, it took Slovakia out of what they were trying to do. And it allowed the wrong people to shoot.
I agree.
That's the biggest thing. The wrong people, from a Slovakian perspective, were open, so they shot it.
Absolutely. So it's halftime. We will be back shortly.
Unique chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
you win for all.
I think they're so good, they're not even going to worry about one player. They're just going to play their good team defense. And the drive in the basket is good. Nice play by Rumford.
This is what I'm talking about with Israel. As much as the game is slipping away from them, as still 8 minutes to play.
They had 21 points from turnovers, from 16 to turnovers 16 times, had 21 points from it.
Tough play it by Beck Bentley as she goes right, left, and then finishes with her left.
Suntage goes inside with the pass off the pick and roll. Wilker outside, real deep three is good. That was in halfway to the halfway line.
And anybody watching this game right now, here goes Messaman laying it up and in. If they're watching from Ljubljana, they're going to be like, gee. Again. Messina takes it deep and is blocked by Cohen. And now a little bit of words being exchanged.
Love that.
Cohen and Messina.
Cohen trying to get the crowd hyped as well. Spanu now. Lovely footwork. Oh my goodness me. Put that one on a postcard. That is stunning.
Beautiful footwork. Elite, actually.
Montenegro, such a big part of their game against Greece. Oh, nice pass, Kapsa. Boy, I don't even recognize the Spain team from what we saw the other night.
Lalik has it. Goes to the ring. Oh, what a block! Oh! What a block by McGowan! And she gets the love of her teammates on that play.
Well, it's halftime here in Ljubljana, Slovenia at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Game day 3, the winner of this game will move on to the second round. So it'll be a quarterfinal qualification game on Tuesday. And we have Slovakia up on Turkey 40-31. So this is a really important game.
Oh, it's a massive game. And, you know, Slovakia, got to give credit to coach here because they've come off 2 big defeats. Okay, they were good against Hungary for the first 3 quarters. They were in the game, then they got really beaten up in the 4th quarter. And he's found a way, yesterday in particular, day off probably came at the right time. He's found a way to get his team moving in the right direction, believing they can play. And as we said, as long as they were in the game at the half, they had a chance. So, and what they have then, if they win, they play Germany. And Germany came here as a little bit of an unknown package with some young players. Well, Slovakia are an unknown package with some young players. So they'll avoid Serbia. It's going to be an interesting scenario. They could even make the quarterfinals after getting some. But we've said before, you know, like EuroBasket women, you get some momentum, you get the right couple of, you might win a couple of results, you find yourself in a quarterfinal. They go and shoot the lights out, they're in a medal game. And that's a big step.
That's a big step, yeah.
They've got to get over this one first, but with a 9-point advantage, they're shooting the ball well. As long as they stay, as long as the right people take enough shots, they've got a real shot at this.
Well, let's not forget, I mean, Turkey were trailing Hungary quite a bit there too on game day 2. You know, it was back and forth where they were definitely trailing going into the 4th, remember? And it was their captain, their leader, who inspired a wonderful comeback and a big 1-point win with an enormous block at the end of the game by McCowan to give Turkey that win. Now, because of the loss earlier today, Serbia losing to Hungary, we know that Hungary is finishing first in the group, so they, guess what, they get a day off.
They get an
extra day off and will be playing in the quarterfinals. And Serbia will finish second in the group, but the winner of this will be moving on.
Exactly. Going back just slightly in what you said, I think the loss of Čegoturga is huge for them. You know, she tried, and my only negative about her trying is when she walked off, that's a big, big psychological blow for the team. If she decided she couldn't play before the game, they would have adjusted. But like, she's such an influential person. She's a great leader as a captain. And you've said it about Slovakia, but someone on that Turkey team now has got to step into that leadership role.
She's not even actually on the bench.
Which would surprise me because I would have been, she's going to play a crucial role by sitting there and saying the right things at the right times.
Limping all game, the last game, so no surprise that we see her coming out limping, but just her presence and her leadership, her team needs her on the bench.
Now, wouldn't you like it? Well, I would. I would like it if you saw Turkey come down the floor, get McGowan down low, and then whether they give it to her or not, just give her, at least give her a look and trust her. Please, you want to see if they can get it to her and trust her.
So second half action underway here at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Slovakia leading Turkey. The winner moves on and a turnover.
Well, the first part, yes. Why not go up?
Yeah. You know, she was frustrated at her teammate, but I think that was a bad pass.
Yes.
Her teammate cut, did what she was supposed to. Pass was not there. So, Peliankova, nice first half for her. Even though they went away from her a couple times, little step through when she gets the roll. So good game, 11 points. I mentioned it, someone needs to be in double digits. Now they're gonna have to have another player in double digits to get a win, I'm sure of that. Onar using her speed, she kicks it out. It's gonna want a screen by McCowan. And she's gonna get it. And nice block. But it's going to stay Turkey ball. And they go inside. McCowan, quick shot, could have taken her time.
At 5 seconds, she could have backed down and got what she wanted. Showing, you know, the noise in the gym. The Turkish fans are actually getting after their own team a little bit as well. You know?
I mean, I think they're frustrated like we are frustrated watching them play sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not every action. I'm not. And Uzun. Shots off the mark. And now it's a 3-on-1 or 2. They almost turned it over. Turkey able to get back because of that, you know, pass off the mark. So Rosinski now. You said it, she's gonna have that shot all day. Can she consistently make it though?
If they'd have made a better pass in the blow, Jakubkova would have pulled the trigger. Just a poor pass. She looks ready to score at the moment, wants the ball.
Onar pulls it back and attacks her defender, and instead of going in for a layup, goes to a little pull-up jump shot.
It's a tough move, you know, it's good elevation. She really does stop and get off the floor quickly.
Kova, a little flare. How about that footwork? Came off, read the defense well, knew she had to flare, got her feet down, hips squared, nothing but net. Ball reversal, Uzun gets it to Fitich. Crossover, reach and foul. You know, it was pretty good defense. 3.6 seconds left. I don't think she needed to reach in. She had pretty decent position.
If it was on penetration, makes a tough one. She makes a tough one. They need Jasinski to be in the game when they need her at the end of the game, because she really does control the ball really well. Just got to be accountable. She can't look at the other 4 guys and say, I did the right thing there defensively. She just opted out, went for the reach, gives them a new 14 seconds.
Kova almost comes up with the steal, but it's going to stay Turkish ball. 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock after the initial foul. Rosinski.
They're going to check the who the ball went off. I think it's their decision. I don't think anyone's asked for a review of it, but they just want to make sure.
The time?
No,
we are coming check out of bounds. Head coach challenge in any time.
Oh, the coach challenged it, so. Oh.
Go back. When,
I think it may have literally come off.
Stop, now stop.
Hits blue.
Stop. Can we go from this one? And can we zoom it a little bit? Go a bit slowly, frame by frame. Now stop. Go. Look now, the fingers of the white player come back.
I think they're right. The fingers of the white player gets a little rotation on the ball.
Go. Go, one more. Go. Stop. For me, it's a white-blue ball. You agree? White one is the last one. Good touch. White 6 now.
You think it's conclusion?
For me, yes. Because look now at the fingers. Look now. Because blue one now, and now is the
now
touch.
She release, and now the white goes.
Blue ball. You agree?
Okay,
You confirm, and we have 7:13 and 24 seconds. And blue team. Yep. Yeah. Good. Thank you. You confirm.
They're actually playing the referee review on the big screen in the arena. Yeah. I didn't think that they did that at all. Now there's everybody in the arena thinks that they're the referee.
Oh, picks the pocket is Bayram, and she just goes all the way for 2 easy points. So good job there to dig down and get a stop after losing the possession on the review.
Second personal foul for FIBA.
There you saw her good defense and gets out, but last possession she was called for a foul. It's only the first Turkish foul. And Jakubsova lost the ball on the penetration, but hits her big, and that three-point shot is off the mark. Nice contest there by McCowan. She's gonna have to get out and contest threes because of how good Slovakia shoots the ball, especially their bigs.
And the rest of the team are big enough to take care of business on the defensive boards if they box out. So why shouldn't she get out there and challenge the shot?
Nova goes in against McCowan. Not many people would want to go in against McCowan, and that's why, because she got blocked.
Yeah. That's another example of, like, why do you think that's a good option this early in the offense?
Yeah, like, I think your number one option has to be Pelinkova. Nice pass inside to McCowan. I actually think McCowan is better scoring around the basket off of movement rolls where she can catch and just go, you know, up on 1 foot instead of an actual, you know, sealing, posting, and making a post move after. So Buknova now maybe with a little bit of a frustrated foul. I do think Fittek definitely did a good job of selling it.
Yep.
Because the contact was not actually up on the top part of the body. And this is what you talked about in the first half though, right, Mark? They have to go to their best scorer, then their second best, and then their third best.
When does Buknova think that's a good option?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go and take McGowan to the basket. When is that a good option for her? Oh, super finish. Took the bump. Goes down the lane. There's the contact. He's does such a good job at controlling it, kicking it off, kissing it off the glass, and you know they got the call out the review. And since that review, Turkey have just dug in and played some defense. The solution for Turkey is not hard. They just have to knuckle down, play some defense, and they'll get enough good looks.
Well, we saw it. You know, they will play well for a few minutes and then not very good for too many minutes. Well, Pelinkova, that's the option that they need to go to, and that is why, folks.
She can exploit the way that McGowan has to play the pick and roll defense. She can just exploit it better than anyone else in the blue vest.
And penetration, baseline, three-point shot off the mark. Brzezinski comes up with the rebound, and we got numbers. Took a little bit too long on the decision-making there, but they find an open Morachikova. Good job.
And they just hurt themselves, Turkey. They did a great job for 4 possessions, knuckling down. And McGowan bitched at the referee all the way through, getting back, and then she's going to foul. And either you're in the group and pulling for the group, or you're not. You can't pick and choose when you play. She's going to sit down now and gets no look from anybody. I mean, she was doing really well for those 4 as well. She got out and challenged the shot, ran the floor, gets to the basket on the trowel. And then she just one mold at the official and she's gone.
Yeah. Well, she's going to have to come out. She has 3 fouls. So now Pelinkova gives it up. And good patience. Ooh, how about that move?
Ooh.
Little fake middle, then drives baseline.
One of those drills she would have done as a kid thousands of times, but doing it against size and strength, seriously good decision.
Morachikova now, she's got 10 points. So that's already 2 players in double digits, and that's what they need to do. As a foul here, momentum swung a little bit for Slovakia, and it's only going to be the 2nd or 3rd team foul for Turkey. So good job slowing down. Look at this.
Super little move. Super little move. Loving that.
And tough layup. Good job. And guess what? Coach Ekram does not like what he sees, so he's going to call a timeout and talk about it here. So their first timeout, maybe he waited a little bit too long to call it, as there is 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third quarter.
Erken, lütfen. Nefesten alacağım. Seni derin al.
He's going to be very interested in the tone of this timeout. I mean, if he speaks in Turkish, I'm not going to be able to understand it, but the tone of how he does this is going to be interesting.
Yürüyerek olmaz bak. İkideyiz, tamam mı? Hücumda Manchester. Tamam mı? Bir camp up, switch varsa oyun. Yoksa sadece pas kat. Pas kat. Ama içeri dışarı bakın, çembere bakın. Tamam ama pası veren durmasın. Ayağınızı hazırlayın. Sonra basket atarsak adamları tam 3 kısa tam sağdan alıyor. Sen buraya ortaya koşuyorsun, İlayda sen geriye. Orta sahadan sonra dönüyoruz, tamam mı? Hadi.
Well, let's see if his players can respond. Because this game, I don't want to say it's getting out of hand, but 13 points with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third. It's an opportunity for, if you're Slovakia, you put your foot on the gas and you go right now.
Good move out of bounds to run the trap. They just got to get back and make sure they don't give anything quick and easy.
Well, they got back. Now they got to find the players as they fall back into a zone. And the youngin gunner in for Turkey as well. And pretty good patience. They go inside to her. She kicks it out. Fittik. And her shot well off the mark.
Well, the stat that came up while coach was taking his time was 0 for 8 from 3.
Yeah.
And they're 0 for 9.
And, you know, I really believe that to go far in a tournament like this with how skilled the other teams are and the players, you have to be able to shoot the ball well. And we haven't seen a lot of good shooting. You know, I've been disappointed with France's shooting from the three-point range. Not sure about that shot, but Dashova couldn't make it. Her teammates were there, but no, they turn it over, and it's going to be an easy 2-point basket for Turkey. So they got lucky, that's for sure.
Just a poor pass, sloppy pass. It was slow. It was, you know, telegraphed. Everything about it was poor.
Oritsova had a good game for them the other day. She's kind of been quiet, not really looking for herself much today at all. Pelyankova, extra pass, and that three-point shot is good. And now Slovakia are finding the bottom of the rim, especially with their outside shooting, as Dodashova's shot hits nothing but the net. Well, and then an unnecessary foul. You don't need to foul a guard that far away from the basket.
And going further.
Yeah.
She was far away from the basket, going further, and there wasn't a lot of time left. But a team like Slovakia, who's not used to winning, is going to make some silly decisions. They're just got to keep believing in what they're doing.
Well, nice little response. You said it. What are they now? 1 of 10, 10%? Well, Turkey, they're not going away, but they're going to have to do a little bit more, especially on the defensive end, as they've gone back into a man-to-man. And Oritsova is not able to keep the seal, but somehow Turkey turned it over and they get it back. Jakubsova takes it all the way herself. So good job there, attacking the closeout and getting 2 more points for herself and her team, as she now has double figures. So we have 4 players from Slovakia in double figures. Tough layup.
They can't forget Jakubsova's on the floor. The only time she's touched it is after that turnover. For the last 3 or 4 minutes, she's got to get touches of the basketball.
Especially right now with no Pelyankova on the floor.
Yeah.
Well, we said it. She's got to touch the ball. That one's no good. Fight for the offensive rebound. And it is going to be a jump ball, I believe. So possession is going to stay blue.
And we've talked about it in all the games so far today, that if you outwork your opponent, good things happen. And again, Slovakia just outworked them, hit the floor first, just kept it alive. And there's the Slovakian fans in the gym. They're believing right now. They're up, they're making noise. The team is feeding off it. Just get the ball to the right people.
Gotta get it in. And they barely do. And it almost went out of bounds.
One
Skip
more.
pass, extra pass. Didn't need to bounce it. Shot clock. Shova shot off the rim, fight, hustle. Who wants it more is the question, but just went off the hands of a blue jersey, and it's going to go back to Turkey. So 31.4 seconds. They are trailing by 13 here in the third quarter.
Paliankova's got some reasonable time on the bench. Don't let her leave her out too long, though. Don't want to lose that rhythm she's in. Same thing with
Onar.
Oh,
Nice drive, not able to convert though. And I imagine Slovakia would hold it for one shot. I hope they would.
same thing we said at the end of the second. They have to take the last shot of the quarter.
But for me, you got to get it to your best player, and your best player on the floor right now is the woman setting the screen.
Turkey had a foul to give, didn't they? So even if you just pick and pop her,
Yeah.
pick and pop her, give her the ball.
Yeah.
If she wants to shoot
Yeah.
it, great. If she wants to put
They
it up.
switch, okay, say pick and roll.
But she must be involved in the action. And you made a great point, because Orexkova has been one of their more consistent performers.
Right.
Having a quiet night. Now, you don't mind that if she's giving the ball to the right people. She's one of the players that doesn't appear to need a shot. So if that's her role tonight, great.
Pick and pop. You called it, Mark. Oh, just not able to convert, though, at the buzzer. But that was the action, and that's the shot that they wanted. So Slovakia are going to be going into the fourth quarter up 13 against Turkey as they lead 58-45. There's 10 minutes left. Can Slovakia hold on and get their first win in this tournament, plus a trip to the next round? Or are Turkey going to dig down and figure out what it takes to come back?
Well, Coach is having a long conversation with the officials. I've been in this set of circumstances. You've been in those set of circumstances. You're frustrated, but with 10 minutes to go, your future in the competition on the line. There's a group. There's a group of players that need him right now. And when does he put McGowan back in? How is he going to use her? Because if he's going to put her back in, he's got to use her.
Well, I think she's going in. And you said it. She's going in. You got to give her touches on the offensive end.
In the same breath, the other thing she's got to do is she's just got to stay focused, and she's got to come up with some energy plays as well. Go after an offensive rebound. Go after a couple of things. As long as she doesn't foul because she's on three. Make the team believe that she wants to be here. The coach has got to make a decision about how he wants to use her, because at the moment, she's not really a first player of the third quarter. Great angle, gave it to her, she scored.
Yeah.
Didn't look down there again, and then she turned the ball over the next time she had it. And she turned it over because Slovakia made a great defensive play. They helped the helper, dropped down on the help side, stole the ball. She made a bad pass. Not the end of the world. Someone in a white uniform has got to change the feel of the team at the moment. They don't come out of this huddle energized.
So who normally did that for them?
Unfortunately for them, their captain's sitting on the bench. do think that would have had a psychological impact on them, the fact she tried and then couldn't.
Well, Turkey, they're trailing by 13, but they still have 10 minutes left to change the fate of this game. Not going to happen if they do it that way as they turn the ball over. But Slovakia almost give it right back to them. Nope, they find Jakubsova open for 3.
Well, there's one team that looks like they believe what they're doing at the moment, and it's the team in blue.
Turkey now, they need to get a couple scores and stops as the game is getting chippy now. And I believe the foul was actually called against Jakubsova before, but McCowan had a reaction. And I think if the referees looked at that, they would say that none of that was a basketball play.
I can't believe they won't look at it. They don't have to make a big deal about it, but they've got to look at it. It was a hold. There was a hold.
Yep.
They called the foul. She doesn't need to throw her away like that, but they're not going to look at it. But they're going to talk to her. Why don't they look at it? McGowan's got to be used to the fact that people are going to have to try and do things like that and play hard, and the referee will call it as they did.
Well, the referees talked to them.
I think if they looked at it, they'd have had to do something more.
Onar. And I believe it's going to be another foul.
On Jakubsova, yeah.
Take a look here. Yeah, she's holding.
Yeah. That's a third foul. She's called 2 quick ones.
Yeah, she's got to be careful here. We see her checking out. Probably not a bad idea to just, you know, I know she's playing well, 13 points. She just hit that 3. But, you know, grab a minute, catch yourself.
Gown just has to finish the play.
You know, she's getting frustrated. She thinks she's getting fouled, but this is how it is here.
There's not a lot of automatic offense on the floor for Slovakia at the moment.
Nope. I'm surprised they haven't put Pelyankova back in the game, though. 2-point. Nope. Got to throw it. And it is no good. So good defensive possession there by Turkey. And ball back to them. They got to get some offense going here. They got to get some scores. They got to see the ball go through the hoop. They need someone to step up and give them that extra maybe energy and fire that, you know, they've missed at certain parts of games in this tournament.
Surely McGowan's going to want the ball here. If she's frustrated, take it out by playing hard.
She rolls, but she takes the defender when she rolls, and Onar hits a big 3. And look at this, almost comes up with a steal, but she doesn't. And gets back, is ready to defend aggressively. I can't imagine that Slovakia are gonna leave Pelyankova, Rosinski on the bench for much longer. Onar. Crossover, baseline penetration kick. Uzon left open, thought about it, went to a jump shot instead, not there. McCowan almost came up with the offensive rebound, couldn't hold on to it though. So now Slovakia. Dudashova pulling it down. I don't mind them taking their time on offense because you want to use the clock. The clock is in their favor right now, but you can't use the clock, turn it over, and struggle getting back defensively and giving up open layups, but Onar not able to convert.
They've got to get a scorer back in the game though. Someone that's really been consistent. At the moment, they only really have, Morasikova, who's been good in terms of scoring.
She's been good, but she's not like that go-to scorer. I think she's
a
a great role player scorer.
So she's the kid you want to get it if your first options don't work.
Yeah.
You know, if she's picking, she's going to pop or she's going to try and get some space.
Well, you said it, Mark, and they have gone with a couple of substitutions here as we see Brzezinski Barbora trying to get her team to the next phase of this tournament. Check back in along with Pelyankova, their leading scorer in this game with 16 points.
Well, Turkey are literally just face guarding Pelyankova. They don't want her to have it.
And tough layup. Help side is a little bit late. She takes the contact and is able to finish, so she's going to have an opportunity for a three-point play. And right now, it looks like everything is going the way for Slovakia.
And the thing is, if coach says he wants to face guard Pelyankova, the rest of the team need to know that then she's not going to help off her. No one rotated, no one dropped, because the person in normal rules that would have helped is the person who's face guarding Pelyankova.
Well, make that 3 more points for Brzezinski.
16-point lead.
Still 7 minutes left. If they can get a couple, you know, just put together a couple little runs. Good job going inside to McCowan.
You know what? Good job at this stage not to foul her either. You don't need to get yourself into a bad...
Good free throw shooter, too.
Yeah. But they took nearly 20 seconds to get the shot away, so...
That's an advantage for... If Slovakia says, okay, you want to take 20 seconds off your shot clock till you find a shot, we'll take that.
And the question they have now is when would they bring back Jakubsova? She's only on 3 fouls. You know? 6 minutes left.
I would bring her back in probably around the 5-minute mark, or you know, think about it now. See how these next couple of possessions go.
Well, if you maintain your full team 16-point lead, you don't need to risk it.
Ortsova told you she's been quiet. Pelyankova! Oh, goodness me! She wants to win, and she is playing like a winner right now. Oh, how about that? The read, the steal. Ortsova goes all the, no! Easy missed opportunity. Great defense. Did not lead to the spectacular offense, so McCowan roll, and she's fouled hard by Buknova. I think they're gonna say it was on the floor though, on the catch.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely on the floor, yeah.
And that's when people like Buknova have, they're the people who've got to use their fouls now in those situations.
Well,
still plenty of time.
Still plenty of time. It's only 13 points. Ortsova. Ooh. Brzezinski. She's got to get it over and get a shot, though, as the shot clock. 3, 2, 1. She's got to put it up, and no good. It's going to go off her, so ball back to Turkey. This is our opportunity. You say get a couple of short runs, you know, 6 points, give up 2, another 6 points, and the game has completely flipped. Well, timeout here.
Yeah, you're so right on that. It's like get a stop, get a score, get a stop, and then you're in credit. Just keep getting credit every minute. Just go 2, you get 2, they get 1, you're going to work your way back in the game.
You got to set screens, find her player, or Derin's player.
But Turkey are literally face guarding Pelyankova, so you know the opportunity to just run it 4-on-4. That's why Jakubsova needs to come back in the game for a personal perspective.
Listen, press break. Sen sok, siz ikiniz alın, sen ortadasın. Topa doğru gidin, clear out. If zone,
You'd have offered Coach Surjai 16, 13 points, 5 minutes to go. I think he would have done more than bitten your hand off. He'd have paid a lot of money to be in this situation after the 2 games he's had. He stayed positive with his group. He was great in the press conference after the second loss. And And they've come out here and they've got a shot at it right now. It's by no means a done deal because there's still a long time to go. Jakubczykova, does she come back? I'd bring her back.
You bring her back now?
I'd bring her back. She's only fouled 3 times.
Yeah, she only has 3 fouls,
And
right.
especially as you've also got like Morishikova in the game. She's taking McGowan anyway. And he's going to show his own coming out of this. Interesting, like mix it up a little bit. Turkey got time, but they can't spend too much time. It's one of those moments. They need a good one. Nothing better than this.
McCowan, easy fadeaway shot.
This makes you wonder why not? Why not more?
Now she has 12 points in the game. Only had 6 at half. Brzezinski. Kind of a soft foul call.
Yeah.
If you consider, everything we've witnessed in these many games that we have watched so far in this EuroBasket, that was kind of weak.
In the context of the fact of what's being called, yeah.
That far away from the basket as well.
I think she's got a little blood, so she's gonna have to step out. They'll just stick a bit of tape on that, get her back straight away. I think she needs to come back ASAP as well.
Look who else is coming back. Do you feel good about that?
I feel good about that. But then to be fair, the player who's done more on defense is the one that's going out in terms of Orexkova. You do need someone to be the glue out there.
Kova. How many times have we seen her hit that shot today? She's got 20.
They keep giving her the middle. They give her the middle penetration. She loves pulling up. Offensive foul.
Moving screen, ball back to Slovakia. It's getting complicated. There's still time. They definitely need to start getting some stops, as I imagine Slovakia is going to try and lose, still get a good shot, but try and use as much of the shot clock as they can. Bukova, tough layup. McCowan with the rebound now. They got to run. They got to get a good look. They got to be aggressive, and that's exactly what they needed. So Uzun, as Coach Suya is going to want to talk about it.
That's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got to stop her early. Slovakia, you don't want to waste a foul. They've got one to give. Turkey already in the penalty.
Just a good job there. No hesitation. I imagine if the help side came a little bit more aggressive, she would have found her teammate in the corner as well, but they didn't, so she just took it easily for a 2-point basket. Well, Slovakia.
Zara, 3 side pre teres. Ti elaborat kako je,
Brzezinski's going to come back, so that helps in terms of their decision making. It helps in terms of the ball. Panienkova's got to be as smart as everyone else. She didn't want to go to the basket the last time. She just turned down the option of going to Jakubczykova. They can't get predictable. They can't get too focused in one particular. They've got to actually see if they can get the people they want to have the ball early with some advantage.
Well, we are under 4 minutes, 11-point lead. You don't want to be too passive.
Yep.
You still need to stay aggressive. When you're not, that's when you turn the ball over. You get bad looks. Panienková drives. Tough shot, no foul. Might have had a little bit of contact on the layup there. And now Turkey.
She wasn't direct enough, was she? She went round
it. She also kind of avoided it, right? The hit at the end as Uzun.
That's the waste of the foul they had to give too. So this could be a long 3:25. Slovakia have done well when they've been aggressive and penetrated and kicked. Get closeouts and get some sort of advantage.
McCowan steps out and knocks that shot down. We saw her, she was quiet all day against Hungary, and it wasn't until the fourth quarter that she really, you know, kind of picked up her game on the defensive end, but also on the offensive end for them and helped them to that big win. They need a win here today. As Jakubsova kisses that shot in. Uzun is left open. Her jump shot off the mark. Nice little putback shot there by McCowan. And it's a 9-point game, so they've got it into single digits, 2.5 minutes. That is a lot of time. Brzezinski, the captain, gets it back. She shoots, she pops, and it's an and one. She is fouled on the jump shot. She makes it, and she's going to the free throw line. Oh yeah. I mean, I know the ball was released, but easily contact on that shot. Not able to make it count. No need fouling now.
Well, not
especially not
Jakubkova.
No. Don't want to take too much time off here, but you also don't want a bad shot. Oh, or a turnover. Pelyankova. And now, obviously, they want to use as much clock as possible. Would have been a 4-on-1 opportunity. If you can get a layup, you'll take a layup as well. I understand using the clock, but you don't want to give up easy baskets. Brzezinski is fouled.
That's a poor foul. They've done everything they needed to do. What? 3.6 on the clock. She's going to take a tough one.
I think it was a good offensive move to draw the foul, though, kind of stepping through her the other way. But a road going here, getting some minutes at the end of the game. She's played well for them, and she's played more for them than she normally does, obviously because the captain, Chikar Turgut, is out. Well, it's becoming complicated, but hold on. Well, it's only a 10-point game. Big 3-point shot by the lefty who's getting some critical minutes and proving maybe she should have played a little bit more in those other games. Orchikova gives it off. Tough jump shot. And McCowan not able to hold on to it, though, so ball is going to go back to Slovakia. And I think they still look a little nervous on the bench, but there's a few more smiles, like half semi-smile, thinking maybe it's okay, but you got to finish out this minute 15. Is Pelyankova gives it up to the captain, Brzezinski. Brzezinski drives and is fouled again on the drive. And if that foul is on McCowan, it's going to be her 4th. Nope, it's going to go against and make that an 11-point lead with a minute 4.
What they've done really well, they've just not settled for any jump shots, have they? They've been aggressive, they've tried to get to the ring.
And it is a 12-point lead as Turkey are going to call a timeout. I imagine they're going to advance the ball, and they got to go for a shot quickly. It doesn't matter, 2 or 3, you need an open shot by one of your shooters.
Tamam, sen ortada ol. Hemen gidiyoruz. Quick. You say high pick and roll. Over as the ball. Yürüme.
The disappointing thing for Turkey is they've actually done a decent job defensively, got them on the bottom of the shot clock, and then they've just fouled. They've not been smart enough to say, go make a tough one. They really have given too many opportunities to Slovakia to get easy points from the free throw line, easy points late in the clock. And now it's, stranger things have happened in the world of basketball. 12 points in a minute and 4. Difficult. Make a 3 still, get a 3, it's a 6-point game, and all of a sudden you're right back in it. But you got to think, and it's a good, he's going to go full court with it. Now, I know it gives him more space and everything else, but...
A little bit more speed into something?
Yeah, maybe.
Almost loses the ball is Onar. Tough layup, McCowan. That was going to be a foul, so they're going to go down to the free throw line. And the foul is going to go against Onar, who now I believe she has 5 personal fouls, so she's going to have to check out. Well, Mishtinova checking in. Couple substitutions for both teams here, as that shot is good. So getting more and more complicated as this game goes on for Turkey. And Slovakia smiling more and more. And it's going to be white ball. And
it's good again. They're going to stay up the floor, try and take some time, as much time out of the clock as they can. They just can't, they don't need to foul. That's the thing.
Turkey has no timeouts left. Quick 3-point shot. No good. Off the front of the rim. McCowan, no. And tough 3-point shot. And McCowan is going to be called for a rebounding foul as Morchkova was just thrown to the ground. Maybe more of a frustrating foul. On the box out. And a little bit of an elbow. Easy call for the referee.
Cleared her out with the elbow.
Isn't able to convert the free throw. That one is good. Some substitution and the smiles as I think they know what they have just done. These Slovakian players. Oh, how about that? And when it becomes tough, oh, silly foul, why? Why? Now you know, you put them on the line, maybe 2 free throws, make one, miss a second, give up a 3. I don't know, it's just not necessary, that foul. Why reach in? All the Slovakian fans, we can hear them behind us, chanting and celebrating, and that is very well deserved. Fitzik goes for the steal. They don't need to shoot. Also don't think it's worth fouling at this point either. And they're gonna let the time run out Well, unfortunately, the ball's gone out of bounds. And the referee is not going to call. He's going to let the time run out. And who would have thought after the first 2 games by Slovakia? And no, they can't start celebrating because the ball did go out of bounds and the referee should have blown his whistle. So there's still 3 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to run it out. So not quite over.
All Satsko had to do is throw it the other way.
I know. Well, that is it, as Slovakia are celebrating because they know what they have done, and they are moving on to the next round as they beat Turkey 80-66 here on the final day of the group phase. So they will be playing in the qualification game, which will be Tuesday here.
Hey, they're going to be a dangerous opponent. Germany are not going to want to have to chase those shooters. So what a performance. And you know, the great thing is we see both players high-fiving before they leave the arena is that they made some great decisions in that second half. They were under pressure. Turkey had a couple of runs, but Palyankova in particular.
Well, some frustrated faces by Turkey, and Slovakia all smiles. I really, you know, you and I watched Slovakia's first 2 games. Yeah, they tried, they gave the effort. I didn't think they had enough talent. After watching those first 2 games and seeing Turkey upset Hungary, well, for the comeback win against Hungary on game day 2, and then all of a sudden Hungary beating Serbia today, I would not have guessed that Slovakia could have beat Turkey.
Well, in every single statistic, they were just better. They shot better. They didn't turn. They had more assists. Just a phenomenal performance by Slovakia. Hats off, credit to them, however you want to word it. They're going to celebrate with their fans. And we're going to get to see the best plays as we're talking this game through. But the number of times Palyankova penetrated to that gap and pulled up. And Turkey never stopped that at any point in the game. They never took away that option. And they just kept going to it. And then Jakubskova got going. Hey, team's on momentum.
Yeah, I said, you know, everyone needed to contribute in some way, especially on the offensive scoring. And that is exactly what happened here today. Palyankova, she was superb, 20 points. Jakubskova, you mentioned it, 15. But let's not forget, they had 5 players in double figures this game. They have not had, in their 2 games, have a player average over 10 points.
Just to hammer home some of those, the stats-wise things, is how can Slovakia out-rebound Turkey with all the size issues and everything else? It's because they just outworked their opponent relentlessly over 40 minutes. Wanted to win the game more, wanted to play with each other more, and just delivered a performance that their country should be really proud of. And now they give themselves a chance to get into the quarterfinals.
So we do know that they're going to be playing Germany because they are going to Slovakia are going to finish 3rd in this group, and they're going to cross with the 2nd place team, which is Germany. So that means that
Great Britain will play Serbia.
Serbia will play Great Britain on the other side for the qualification. The 2 teams getting a bye and already going to the quarterfinals from our 2 groups are going to be France and Hungary. France, I think these couple days off are going to be useful for them because they've scratched out 3 wins, but trust me, it has not been happy. And the quality of players that they have, you expect more from them.
Absolutely. But they've won games, and coach says in the timeout, we're getting better every day, and they are. And you know, you don't win the tournament in the group phase. You just have to get through it. You know, it's just been a great performance by Slovakia.
It has. It was all Slovakia tonight, and a big congratulations to them as they are going to move on. And unfortunately, Turkey are going to be going home from this group. So that is the standings in Group D after the group phase. Hungary finishing first, Serbia second, Slovakia squeaking in and getting that final spot, and unfortunately Turkey going home. Hungary with a big win over Serbia earlier today, 81-75. Slovakia with a great win and some great shooting, beating Turkey and sending them home 80-66. Well, from myself and Mark, it has been a fun group phase. We have a lot of basketball left to play though. Thank you and good night from Ljubljana, Slovenia.